Well, hi everybody. This is Rob with Great Dog Breeder Marketing. I'm joined today by Sherry, our business manager, and Brett, our technology. What did you like to call yourself? Our product development specialist. That's his title today. We're here today from Great Dog Breeder Marketing, and I wanted to talk to you about challenges that dog breeders face. Now, by way of background, my background in business is as a marketing strategist, and Sherry leads businesses and coaches businesses, and Brett, of course, has a technology background. So together, of course, we're all dog lovers and we all have dogs, but we came across an opportunity amongst dog breeders that we thought we instantly realized was a big problem for dog breeders, and also one that we could solve quite easily. We thought that was a good opportunity for both of us, and so here's what we did. We formed a list of 1,700 dog breeders, and we looked at magazines like Dog Fancy and Dogs and Puppies and Dog World and a few others, and we looked at the advertisers inside these magazines. These are dog breeders that have active businesses and are obviously marketing in some way, shape, or form. We assembled this list. It was over 1,700, about 1,780 dog breeders, and we started a conversation with them, and probably many of you watching this video are included in that list. Essentially, we asked you what were the greatest challenges you faced as dog breeders, and many of you gave us tremendous answers. This is just a quick sampling of the over 962 comments that we got from you, and you see a lot of these are very detailed. We asked questions like, how effective has your marketing been? What are the greatest challenges you're facing in your dog breeding business? What was your overall perception of how well the dog breeding business runs? How do you feel about good dog breeders and bad dog breeders? What do prospects need to look for? Great detail. And although we found a number of challenges that you faced, there was one that really became sort of rose to the top as the biggest challenge, and that again was the thing that we could solve quite easily. And we're going to talk about that in detail. I'll tell you what that problem was, and also how we're going to fix that for you, and it'll be summed up in the first product of Great Dog Breeder Marketing that we'll be releasing soon. But before I do that, I need to tell you a little bit about how we arrived there, and sort of a little bit of the methodology, the marketing challenge that you guys face and that we solve. And it has to do with a thing called inside reality and outside perception. And this will make a lot of sense to you in just a minute if you stick with me. Now, as dog breeders, if you take any 10 dog breeders, let's say 2 of those dog breeders are exceptional. They may in fact be veterinarians. They maintain the highest quality kennels. They maintain places so that the dogs are socialized properly, that the health is maintained at the highest levels. They vaccinate properly. They certify properly. They have the right pedigrees. They research the breeding pairs. They breed their dogs at appropriate intervals. They take an extraordinary amount of effort to match their puppies with the right families. They guarantee their dogs. All of the things that you as dog breeders really understand makes an exceptional dog breeder. So out of 10, about 2 of the dog breeders are that good. Now at the other end of the spectrum, there are probably a couple of dog breeders that are flat out horrible. They breed their dogs far too often. They breed them in the living room. That's their kennel. They really don't care who buys their puppies. They have sort of the lowest standards that exist in our business. We all know who those kind of folks are. And then probably there's about 6 of those 10 dog breeders that are right in the middle. They're pretty good. They're somewhere in that continuum. They're not the worst. They're not the best, but they're pretty good. So that all constitutes the inside reality of a dog breeding organization. Of the folks of you that are listening that are the exceptional dog breeders, you know that you've done the right things, and that forms a very, very good inside reality. But you have to pause for a moment and switch over to what the prospect sees. The prospect sees something called the outside perception. You can think of this as sort of a wrapper or a layer around your business, and it is the only thing that the prospect sees if they find you at all. Now, they're going to find you through means of like your marketing, the ads that you're going to put in these kind of magazines. That's where they're going to begin to find you, and then they're going to go to something like your website. In fact, the number one place they're going to go first is your website. And if that website does not convey this exceptional inside reality that you have as a dog breeder, then you have a disconnect. And what happens from the prospect's point of view is they can't tell you apart from the really bad dog breeder that's maybe next to you on the page or next to you on the next website that they go to them, you look the same. And the problem there is that they default to price. So if you're having trouble getting the prices that you need for your puppies, which we saw that a lot of you were being challenged with, it has to do with inside perception versus inside reality versus outside perception. Your prospect can't tell that you are so much better than the other dog breeders out there. That's really your responsibility as a dog breeder. You need to teach your prospect how to find an exceptionally good dog breeder. And we're going to get into the details. This is what we were able to solve. But specifically, the most important tool that you as dog breeders are going to use to make this case is your website. I want to show you in a minute a few examples of websites that we found from dog breeders. But I also want you to understand one thing, and I think this will make sense to almost everybody listening to this. Websites are complicated. They take developer level people sometimes to create, and they're expensive. And more to the point, you as a dog breeder, who are probably not a technical person, need to be able to update this website very regularly. Every time you have a litter, or if you hire a new person, or if you get a new pedigree, or if you just want an award in a show, you want to be able to update that very simply. I'm going to tell you how we're going to fix all that for you in just a moment.